A longtime creative director of Halo is now joining Netflix Games to develop a brand new AAA multi-platform game, and we have so much more to break down, including the massive implications this has for Netflix gaming. So let's talk about it.
Are you listening?
Hey, welcome back, my friends. Today, we are diving into this amazing Netflix news that kind of dropped out of nowhere, where longtime Halo creative director Joseph Staten has now joined Netflix Games to create an original AAA multi-platform game. Now, this news was broken by Joseph himself over on Twitter when he tweeted, "In my work life, there's nothing I love more than collaborating with others to build worlds filled with iconic characters, deep mysteries, and endless adventures." So today, I'm thrilled to announce that I've joined Netflix Games as creative director of a brand new AAA multi-platform game and original IP. Let's go. Let's go indeed, Joseph. And not to take anything away from any of the previous acquisitions or hires that Netflix has done, but to steal a phrase from the current president of the United States, this is a big fucking deal. As Joseph Staten started off as a writer at Bungie, where they worked on games like Oni and Myth 2. Then they assisted in the creation of Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo Wars, and then in 2009, Staten was co-creative director on a little game that you might have heard of called Destiny, and finally, Joseph returned back to Microsoft, where they would join 343 Industries to release Halo Infinite. And say what you will about Halo Infinite, but Staten has had his hands in creating the worlds and characters of some of the biggest franchises in the industry. And now with a force of creative like Netflix behind them, I genuinely cannot wait to see what Joseph does. And unfortunately, a AAA original IP can really be anything, so we can't dive too much into that one. But what I find really interesting is that this game will be multi-platform, which leads me to believe that Netflix Games will extend game development to become a multi-platform publisher instead of just creating exclusive games for the Netflix platform. And with Netflix's aggressive transmedia outlook on gaming, it's also going to be really cool to see what happens to this IP moving forward. Like with Netflix, this new game could have a movie, TV series, or a reality show that's all designed around this universe, expanding things like lore and the overall story more than a game could ever do. Like going back to Halo for a second, Rooster Teeth did such a great job expanding the Halo universe with Red vs. Blue. And I totally get it.
That's not canon, Bryant!
But the point is, that was Rooster Teeth. Imagine having a behemoth of a media company like Netflix behind you, assisting in the creation of your project and expanding your IP further than your game could ever do. That is a future for video games that is just absolutely killer. Now, unfortunately, in the case of this story, this is kind of one of those where we have to wait and see how it develops. That being said, we do know that Netflix currently has 70 games in development to come to its gaming platform. The company is aggressively pursuing the addition of cloud gaming, and Netflix, of course, has picked up a bunch of indie studios to help in the production. And it's kind of ironic right now, because I've seen a lot of writers talk about this story, and they're like, it's going to be so interesting to see what Netflix does in gaming. And you look at everything they've done in the last 2 years, and it's like, what are you talking about? Netflix is very much already in gaming. Anyway, as tradition, we always finish out our Netflix gaming videos with a plea to the Netflix executives who are watching. Please, will you make a House of Cards video game just for me? A political choose-your-own-adventure game, and you know what? I just thought of it. Put Supermassive Games in it. Let's have Supermassive Games create like a choose-your-own-adventure, political, espionage, thriller game. And man, just thinking about a game like that makes me want to play it so badly.